Hi, welcome to Mosaic Arts Online. I'm Debra Mager, and I'm here to teach you how to make a lady in a hat, a mixed media work of art. I am such a passionate collector of all kinds of vintage stuff and found objects, and I'm always at the thrift stores and the flea markets, the antique malls. And I've developed this course because I wanted to find another way, along with my mosaic florals, to use and repurpose ordinary objects. And in this case, we're creating fashion statements. I wanted to create something that was so unique and unexpected in an art form that was fun to make. So I use all kinds of ceramics and dishes and beads and baubles, and I've designed this shape, lady in a hat, to make use of all of those. Each lady in a hat has her own unique look. I've designed and fabricated this substrate, and it makes it easy to make one of your own. The measurements make it easy for using accessible materials that are not that expensive and not a lot of cutting. There's so much opportunity for creative expression with your collection using all of your objects in your dress and hat arrangements. I'll demonstrate how to cut the stained glass for the face and the neck, and I'll share with you all the choices you can use for your necklines and your hats. I love creating faces, but I didn't really want the pressure to make them look realistic. So by doing them in a very basic style, I can give each one of them personality, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. I can teach you how to make the elements that will create your lady's facial expression, including a simple way to make eyes, nose, and lips. I'll help you develop your color palette based on the materials you have, and I'll discuss an approach to designing your composition using balance and layering, editing, and working in threes. I have a great technique for successfully grouting two colors as well and giving your lady a lot of dimension and definition. I have a tried and true method for adhering the materials to the hat and the dress. There are very specific types of adhesives that I use depending on the shape and the weight and the size of your material. Once you've created your first lady in a hat, you're going to see the sky is the limit in creating more and more of these lovely ladies. In the course, we've included a PDF for download, all the materials and tools and resources, as well as a link to purchase your own Lady in a Hat substrate. I hope you'll join me in making your very own Lady in a Hat.
Debra, thank you so much for coming to Mosaic Arts Online and bringing this unique and inventive course. I just love it. I know we have your floral course with us as well, but now you've taken something with that same kind of approach, but adding such a new spin on it. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, this is Lady in a Hat, and I don't know how I came up with this design. I think I just wanted another way to use the kinds of found objects and vintage materials that I love to use. And what better way to do it than to decorate a beautiful hat and make a beautiful dress. And I also don't take things too seriously.
Yes.
I like the whimsy, and when these ladies go down and you get those eyes in, and you start seeing them come to life, and I always name them.
Yes.
I always give, this is Victoria, this is Carla,
yes,
because they just come to life, and it's so much fun to make them.
Well, and you kept saying while we were filming the course, which was so fun, is you like to suspend reality. And that is so important because, you know, this is kind of like a vintage sort of cut of the hat. So maybe like 50s, 60s, sort of the Audrey Hepburn sort of thing. But you really do get this expression and all of this with the cape and the, you know, hat. I just love it so much.
Yeah, they're so fun to make, and there are endless possibilities. Every one of the ladies has a different facial expression. And when I make them, I get to use all my good stuff. You know, it's just fun to put it all on there.
And when you are creating, you do an amazing job of that balance and composition. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Like, you have the focal point of the orange on this one and the big purple one on this one.
Yeah, I try to pick out large pieces as focal items and then, you know, position them so that they are front and center, and then I build and layer around them. So I like to have all different kinds of pieces available to me, which is no problem because I'm a collector and I love to collect, yes.
But you don't have to be as large a collector as you are. You could work with some stuff, and the things that you use are not always just flowers.
I've got napkin rings, I've got coasters, I've got dishes, I've got plates. anything that you think could maybe repurpose into a hat. Doesn't have to be flowers. It can be almost anything. So however you want to do it, it works. You know, and when you start making dresses, you can make dresses with china. You can make dresses with glass, ceramic tile. I've had a woman who's a needle pointer, and she put needlepoint on her dress.
Wow. And that's the beauty of this, is you designed the substrate. So with the course, you can purchase the substrate and then you just hit the ground running. And that's the best part. There's really trying to make your own substrate and get exactly this definition with the, you know, depth here and exact proportions is not super easy. So the fact that you're selling the substrate and people can just buy it is, you know, fabulous.
Right. And these are made out of furniture grade plywood. The hanging hardware is already on there.
Right.
And I spent a lot of time and effort designing this.
Yes.
And I did it in a specific way so that people doing it could use specific materials, not a lot of effort, so that it was easy to do and easy to approach for everybody.
Well, I can't thank you enough. I could go on for hours about this course and just the instant gratification after a couple days of work and really learning from Debra how she designs these floral arrangements for the hat or in her other course is really a talent. And I can't thank you enough for bringing it to Mosaic Arts Online.
Well, thank you. And I did want to say one thing about people out there who think they're not artists. Because I love when people say, I'm not an artist, I'm not sure. I was there. I was exactly like that until I started taking courses. And I really worked hard to make this Lady in a Hat a course where people who are a little bit insecure about their artistic talent, which is there, they just might not know it.
Like, dig it out.
Yeah, now they can do something that will make them more confident.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of gratification, and it is not a hard skill to learn how to do what you do. And the way you teach it is really phenomenal.
Thank you, Tammy.
Well, thanks for coming
Thank you
here.
for having me.
Absolutely.